Hello everybody and welcome to the third video of this channel and the second video of the videos regarding education systems and the differences of education systems between South Korea and Germany. Well, last time I couldn't show you guys or upload the entirety of the video recording that I had recorded a few weeks ago because of the length, and therefore I decided to make the videos into two different ones, so to separate them in two halves. So this will be a great opportunity to share you guys the second video, which contains more of an analysis, evaluation, and thoughtful, let's say, critique, and also consideration and reflection of the cultures that we have currently in Korea, as well as the culture regarding education in Germany. So let's just dive right into it. Now, although I have mentioned all of these things about the Korean culture and the German culture, about the competition, about their effort and time they engross on these academics and these tests and all that, in the context of the final exams that students must take before entering colleges and universities, actually, what I really wanted to talk to you and what I wanted to convey you as a cultural trait is that Korea really pays attention to the academic level and the professionality and expertise of the person's field and the person's studies. So it lays lots of, let's say, focus as well as value on each and every individual's scholarly success. This will, as I said, determine sometimes even the rest of one's lives, and that is how important it is in this Korean society from the past days until now, and possibly continuously in the future. And this concept has even its own name called hakbol in Korea. And although people argue that hakbol or those kind of things must not be a really determining factor for one's future life, it is still an inevitable thing that is still visible and, let's say, palpable in the industries in the Korean culture. And of course, now I have to talk about the German education system as well. And of course, as I said, Germany does not lay much value and importance on the academic and scholarly success of individuals as much as people in Korea do. And it also does not last for that long-term period of time like Korea. And I think this becomes really evident when seeing that people who graduated from Realschule going to just certain technical universities or colleges nearby in their, let's say, nearby region, and then this will make them, let's say, eligible for applying to certain jobs and roles that are really essential and really much needed in big companies, big institutes. And I think that is also something that Korea can really learn from and can, let's say, kind of think about and reflect about, because this kind of society where people who are not necessarily all A+ students that can go to these different types of companies and elevate and really enhance the society is, of course, something that not every cultures can enable. And also, even as a person who, let's say, graduated from Hauptschule and starts to pursue their dreams on the very technical and practical sides, such as electricians. Electricians in Germany earn quite a fair amount, unlike Korea, where many people who do the physical jobs, who do the tiring jobs, unfortunately does not earn as much money as they do in Germany. Also, another conclusion or discussion that I want to mention here is the fact that Germany develops thinkers and Korea develops scholars, great students. And now I've learned this differentiation and this big, let's say, comparing and contrasting difference when I heard and learned, researched, and experienced about their German and Korean education system. So, for example, for the German education system, what I can infer and what I can conclude from my past 6 years experience is that the German education system and, to be exact, the constitution of the lessons and of the tests and exams and all of these, let's say, school systems really builds up and really accumulates and comes together in helping the student to become a better thinker. And the reason why that is the case is because there are assignments where you have to answer the teacher's questions that you may not have learned or exactly studied before, but that basically you can critically think from and conclude from your past experiences and past knowledges, information that you learned, for example, in the last lesson. And these are, things called Abfragen, so interview types of tests and examinations. Germany also has lots of assignments where people and students have to work in groups and projects to fulfill assignments and complete a presentation where they have to articulate their thoughts, their own opinions, and sometimes visions of a certain topic. And this, of course, does not only require restatement of things that they learned and studied, and it doesn't require them to, just answer questions on a paper. It actually allows them to prepare for it, think about how to present it in the best way, and also think for giving the best answers that is required to master the presentation assignment. These kind of things all come together to build great thinkers, and to build great, rapid, and really thoughtful and deep thinkers. Now, South Korea, unlike Germany, has much more focus on the academics. That's why I stated that Korea develops scholars. And the reason why that is the case is because the entire culture is oriented in getting the perfect scores, getting great, let's say, results on their examinations, on their paper tests and quizzes. And students themselves spend more time in actually practicing different types of exercises and questions for math, for different types of subjects. And I also heard that from my friends, from my researches, and from the people that I know in my surrounding environment, that the lessons doesn't really consist of many, let's say, interviewing or question asking form, but it rather is based on lecture and problem solving or question solving sessions. And that is, I think, the big difference that also changes the outcome of the students that these educational institutes and organizations develop and cultivate. And well, what I can now say and conclude is that these two can learn from each other. These two can benefit from each other, and even as individuals and students can maybe try to also have the Korean way of education, Korean way of studying things and learning things, approaching things when they live in Germany, or vice versa. So Korean people not only just studying in the Korean way, but also maybe implementing the German learning way in their studying styles, so that we can really improve as an entire global community and society, where we're not only radically academically focused, but that we also think and develop our critical thinking abilities. And I think that when these two come together, it will have a synergy that can really benefit the entire society and the future generations. So, I will end this YouTube video with the hope that we can get informed and entertained by what I basically just gave you, what informations I articulated to you guys. And I also cross my finger that Germany and Korean education system will kind of be well balanced and mixed, so that German people and Korean people living in these two different countries can benefit from them and become great thinkers as well as great scholars. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.